Hello and welcome back to InfraSpace. Thanks again to Dionic Software for providing me with the game to play for you today. So I did take a look on their Discord about what might be wrong with the steel factory here, or the motor factory here requesting the steel. And they provided a suggestion, or a suggestion was provided there to delete it and replace it. And I believe at the end of the last episode I moved it. So I think we'll try the delete and replace, but also the research completed for Science Pack 2. So that might have been the last. Nope, there's one more. Food processing. We're going to go ahead and start at food processing, and in the meantime I'm going to delete this. Let's do production or refinement. Yeah, refinement. Bulldoze. That one. And then another motor factory. I'm going to put it back down here now. We'll see if it gets the steel in. Something's coming in. Oh, that's the wrong thing. Ha. Okay, it's still getting copper in. But it doesn't appear to be getting steel in. The parade of copper trucks there. And I don't see what could be a steel truck coming this way. So we might actually get stuck with the motor factory not working. Where there are, see the steel's all just going to the storage. I don't suppose prioritizing workers will help, but I'll try it. So we can at least take a look at some of the other stuff, and so this might end up being the last episode if we can't get this to work, because I believe that robots are require the motors, so that we will need to have. I'm just kind of guessing here, but once we get that unlocked, we'll know for sure. Although it doesn't actually lead there, so maybe not. I don't know. Well, let's go ahead and take a look at what else we can do. We can set up the Science Pack 2 building. Let's see, that's under Science, of course. Science Pack 2. I'll put one of those here. It's it's about the same size. Never mind. And this requires electronics, aluminum, and Science Pack 1 to produce Science Pack 2. So now we not only need to have Science Pack 1 to research the Science Pack 2 things, we also need to have Science Pack 1 to make Science Pack 2. And you need electronics and aluminum. We might need another aluminum mine. Let's see how these are fulfilled. Not at all. Okay, let's go ahead and set up another aluminum mine then. Oh, and I just noticed the sound isn't working. Let me fix that first. Okay, that should do it. Let's go ahead and place this aluminum mine next to the other one. We have plenty of workers, so we're fine there. And then it still needs electronics. It's got electronics. Oh, it needs 10 electronics and 10 aluminum and 5 Science Packs to make one Science Pack 1. Holy cow. Although, I guess it says it needs 120. It doesn't say that it needs 120 of each. Maybe it doesn't need 120 of each. We'll see. Right now, they're sending all the Science Pack 1s to the research lab, which is understandable since we're actually still doing a Science Pack 1 research. What's that I see? Oh, there it is. Ah, so this is how it determines city level. 60% of your citizens must have a level 4 standard of living in order to get to the next city level. So that's what it is. It's 60% of your citizens have to be at or above the level that it is in order to determine what level the city is. So we have all level 3s right now. So that also should ward you from building any large amount of habitat, because I'm assuming it could bring your city level down. I think these are all maintaining well. We have a good amount of stuff. The park points are saving up. The oxygen is holding fast. And the food is also apparently holding fast. And computers, we have a surplus. Okay. It's good to see. We've made a lot of concrete. And we still don't have any steel going in here. Another thing that was mentioned was trying to put up 2 motor factories. So I think we can try that. I don't think it'll work either, but we can try it. All we're wasting really is copper, so we obviously have some surplus of that because these guys are all piling out like ants marching here. So that'd be fine. Yeah, and they're not drawing in either. Any steel either. I don't know if we're supposed to see the trucks come out of storehouse. That one's stuck. Or if we're supposed to see the trucks come out of the steel mill and go that way. But all the ones that come out of the steel mill are going to the storehouse, so it's definitely not working. Is there anything else we can make while we wait for the next research to complete? It doesn't appear to be so. Okay, well I will pause the recording and come back in just as this is getting ready to finish then, because we unlock Science Pack 2, and those are going to get made eventually, but we can't do anything else because we've already made computers, we've already got motors not working, we already have steel going, so we need to wait anyways for this to finish, so I'm going to go ahead and let that finish, and I'll be right back. And welcome back. Just as the research finished. Perfect. So we unlocked food processing, which means we now have a fertilizer factory, a vegetable farm, a meat lab, and a meal factory available to build with. So while it was paused, I built another steel refinery, or steel plant, even though we already had two. I built a third one just to see if it would ship to those motor factories. It doesn't. So I deleted the second motor factory too, because there's no sense in wasting the space for it. So we need to figure out this food stuff here. So we have fertilizer factory, and I think I'll build this stuff down here. That takes in sulfur to make fertilizer. Vegetable farm takes in fertilizer. It makes 2 vegetables. Okay. Meat lab. Sounds yummy. That just produces meat. Makes sense. And then finally a meal factory. I'm going to go ahead and put it crooked just because it needs 1 vegetable and 1 meat to make 2 good food. So this is not getting, just now getting sulfur because it came from way over here. So I should probably tap this sulfur node here, although it's going to come wherever it wants to come anyway. And then this is making 2 vegetables every unknown amount of time. This is making 1 meat every long amount of time. See how slow this looks. Quite slow as well. But it looks like it's maybe twice as fast as the meat lab is. Yeah, I think it's about twice as fast. Because it looks like it's going to complete the second run through before this one finishes its first. But that's making 2 vegetables in that amount of time. So that means they're making about 4 vegetables for every 1 meat. We'll see if that pans out here a little bit. But I think I want to rearrange these a little anyway. So let's move the fertilizer over. Maybe over here. And I can move the veggies up. No, leave the veggies down there. I can move the meal up. And then something like that. And yeah, this is demanding meat, which makes sense because we need to have more. Yeah, it looks like about 4 veggies to 1 meat. Makes 2 good foods. So let's build a little bit more in the meat lab front here. I think I'll start with 3 just in case. Then we can go from there. And then these, the good food gets delivered here. Which makes sense. We need to figure out what's going on with the research. Oh, I need to set research up. Let's do carbon nanotubes. Now, no, I want you to... Okay, there's 0 Science Pack 1 in here. Does that mean... we might need to boost our electronics production, too. Which we have too many jobs, not enough people, so we need to build another habitat anyway. Okay, so it looks like it's smart enough, or it's whatever enough, that the Science Pack 2s only go to making the Science Pack 1... Science Pack 1 only go to making Science Pack 2? Although it looks like... didn't these trucks just pull out of there? Interesting. Something's piling in there. Aluminum, I think. Oh, I get it. Okay. It is using both. So we need to vastly expand our Science Pack 1 production. Because see, one just got saved up there. And now 2. And then these... we just got 1. Okay. So we need both. So we need to increase our Science Pack production, which means we need a lot more carbon. Because we're not really... you don't really have a surplus of carbon right now. Although maybe I should remove one of these steel plants because we have all kinds of steel and all kinds of concrete for that matter. I think we should bulldoze one of those. Let's go ahead and set up another habitat because we need more people. Let's see, I should kind of line it up a little bit better maybe. And then we need a road. I want to make sure before I... yep, it'll fit. Okay, good. Okay. I wonder what culture points come from. Stadiums. I betcha. Okay, so let's start up our iron mining again. Although, like I said, we're not going to have very much in the way of carbon. Because carbon only comes from air processors. And although, well, you delivered a bunch of oxygen, we might need another air processor. Maybe we should put that over here. I'm not sure how well survival food is doing as well. Well, appears to be doing okay. And then we can set up some more iron mines. Probably start it way over here at the very edge of the node. That way I can get as much as possible. Why are you broken? You don't like being put there even though you said you did. Okay, that's fine. Go there then. Okay. Wait, those take 6 workers? Yes, I think they are twice as good now. Because I think it was only 3... why are those 6 workers and these 3 workers? Is it because these are the old ones and it's just an upgrade to the skin, but it's still the same old miner? Although they seem to be working at the same speed. Which seems to be about 4 seconds, and I think they were like 7 or 8 before. Yeah, looks like it's about 4 seconds. Well, that should hopefully help. And then we could use another one of these, I think. I didn't realize that, and we need more electronics too. I didn't realize that there were issues with the, yeah, we're definitely not stockpiling electronics. Okay, refinement, electronics. Add that here. That might start requiring some more iron as well, and probably some more copper. Although these are still somewhat backed up, because we just got a whole parade coming out. How are you all doing? See, these only have 3 workers also. Well, these 2 have 6, so that's what it is they upgraded the amount of workers needed because they produce twice as fast. And they're also twice as big, but the old ones still only require 3, which is kind of awesome. Looks like we're okay on iron, actually. And we'll see if these are continuing to maintain or if they end up being a bit of a problem. Looks like they're not quite maintaining. Let's go ahead and, or just barely maintaining maybe. Let's go ahead and just put a third one down. It'll be fine anyway. I mean, it's 3 more workers, which we have a lot of worker demand now, which I guess I should have thought of, and built another habitat. Alright, so you only have 4 of your 15, but that's fine because we want this to be equal. Alright, so you're stockpiling good food. But meat is still lower, so we're probably needing 4 meats per 1 vegetable. I think I should build another one of these. Let's see how food goes, survival food goes, and how oxygen goes. It's interesting, by the way, that they still require survival food, even though they also require good food. You would think that the good food would be preferable. Here comes a bunch of oxygen trucks. We might still need another air processor. Yeah, I think we do. We might also need another survival food. Might. That one might be okay. So they're still coming in pretty well. But once we get these 2 habitats filled, we'll have enough workers. Again. And I see they're coming out this way to go that way to come back around, so maybe I should put a road in here. Although the problem is the road's going to do the crazy curve thing, which I guess is okay. But I don't know. Still not that sold on it. Let's go there. Straighten up. You all know me, I like my square road grids, straight lines, etc. That one's doing an upgrade. This one should be, it just triggered the upgrade. So it is that 50% mark, and then it upgrades in 60 seconds after that mark. So we have plenty of park points and plenty of computers. Now we should be getting, once this upgrades, we should be getting some good food supplied there. And then this one should start getting its computers and park points now. I think that's a park truck there. The other thing is I wanted to experiment with adding another spaceport. I guess we can go there with it. It's 150 concrete, but I have 1,300 now because of the 2 concrete factories. So I think we're good there. That doesn't show anything. I don't know if that means we're going to get twice as many people in or not. It also doesn't appear to have any maintenance cost or anything. There, we just got that one upgraded, so it should start getting a line of good food. Interesting that the good food building is blue, but the trucks came out of it green. Whereas most of the other buildings, the building color matches the truck color. Like the building accent color. Oh yeah, lots of good food. And then you should be getting your upgrade momentarily. You also need a tiny bit of survival food. Which we do have. I'll see if that maintains or not. It may. Oh, I'm actually not using enough carbon now. Electronics still? Okay. And we might need another Science Pack 1. No, we have 10 of those. So electronics is our holdup. See if we can pile. Holy cow, look at those ants marching. Yeah, let the iron trucks in first, please. Oh, they're going other ways. Okay, good. Another stock truck there. At least they're processing now. There they go. Okay. It is very electronics heavy, though. Like, it requires 10 electronics per cycle, whatever this cycle is. So, it's understandable that it requires... that it's kind of demanding a lot, because it requires a lot. Whereas, like, these are only requiring 2 per cycle, and these are requiring 2 per cycle. So, we definitely... You know, we were using 4 before, and we had, you know, about the same amount of cycle, I think, these things have. We had 3 for that, so if we had that much, then we definitely need probably more than this to mine enough for this here. And yeah, we have still a dearth of electronics. So maybe I should set up another area here, another box. Go out there, and then that's going to probably make a curve, but I'm okay. And then we can put down some more electronics factories here. We had some stockpile, but not a lot. But then again, we did just put down one not long ago. And is iron going to produce enough? Oh, there's 15 iron ore in storage there. So they might be coming from all the way over here then. Actually, no, they're not. But I got it. Wherever I got it from, I got it. They probably came from here then. Oh, yeah. We have plenty of iron. Plenty of iron. It's kind of interesting that you need separate sand miners when the sulfur is pretty clearly buried in the sand. I mean, the iron is at least these chunks. The copper is bigger chunks, but even so, like, and they use the same miner design, so it's kind of weird that you even need sand. Like, you could just pick up the sand while you're picking up the sulfur. But hey, it's game logic, right? Okay, so we now have a small surplus of electronics. But ideally, this would hit 20 before this hits full. And it's not. So we might need one more electronics factory. Okay, one more electronics factory. I could actually potentially put in like a little like loop of some kind here. That way I can put rows of these here and back here if we need a lot of stuff. Looks like I got hit with a lot and then it hasn't had any in a little while. And it looks like we're having a tough time with the aluminum too. Or is that just, oh, here comes all the trucks now. It's a parade. 16 electronics, we might pull this off. I don't want a ridiculous amount because then we have to add more population. Not quite. Okay, let's add another habitat then. Yeah, these level 2 researches definitely get more expensive and more time consuming. Survival food is suffering. Okay, let's do that. Can I put them in like here? Yes, I can. That one's driveway mode, and then the truck got stuck in the dirt. And I do kind of wish there was this fast forward button. Speed this up just a little. I never did come back and look and see if there's pink trucks come out of both of these or not. This one for sure. Nope. Okay, it only come out of the one. I haven't seen any pink trucks come out of this one. So you can only have one usable spaceport. I guess I could delete that then. Because it's not doing us any good. You only get half the resources back. Still suffering under electronics. These are still doing good on the ore. So let's go ahead and just do a couple more electronics factories. Yeah, let's try this method out, actually. Road. Default road. Go there. And there. It may not be what I want. It's not. Okay. Let's experiment with this a little bit. Go like this. Like this. And then like this. Will that work to do what I want it to do? It's kind of funky looking, but that's okay. Sometimes you have to take the game with what it is and design around it. Like that. It's kind of fun. So we might need a little bit more copper. How's iron looking? Iron's looking really good still. There's a copper mine then. Put this one here. Well, maybe we didn't need it. We need another habitat now, or we just need to wait for this one to upgrade. No, we need another one. Means we need to keep building outward. Carbon is building up. Well, carbon won't go over 20, and oxygen will produce anyway. It'll just waste the carbon, so... Oh, aluminum? And what is going on here with you folks? Those iron trucks? I think so. I think they're coming down here. Let's put down another aluminum miner then. We finally defeated the electronics issue, which is good. Maybe. And we're starting to have some decent traffic jams here. So this is where having the wider roads would have helped. For sure. So that'll be a lesson for me for next time. Put in wider roads. Especially on your main road. Still not getting enough electronics in. Is that just a timing thing? And will it stabilize on its own, or do I need more? We should be getting pretty close, especially with computers not being needed as much. But I think we're probably gonna have to call it here. I'm guessing again that the robotics are going to require the motors, which we can't make. What I may do off camera is kind of play ahead and unlock that and see, and then come back to where this episode ends and play it out and see, like just let the research run. But otherwise, this might be the final episode of this series. But we're going to come back to this for sure because I really like this game and I really want to see where it goes. So thank you all for joining me, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.